Welcome to Somerville Dilboy Memorial Stadium. Somerville High School. First, the starting lineup for Revere High School. Number 4, Milton Guerra Escobar. Number 13, Matthew Rivera. Number 8, Eric Alves de Souza. Number 11, Andres Callejas. Number 3, Diego Galvez. 14, Octavio Cancostro. Number 7, Michael Montano. Number 17, David Marquez. Number 10, Diego Salcedo. And number 12, Johan Martinez. Now the starting lineup for your Somerville Highlanders. Number 0, Caleb Rooney. Number 4, Christopher Mancia. Number 8, Cole Baldwin. Number 9, Angel Gutierrez Flores. Number 10, Lucas Carey. Number 12, Selvin Garcia. Number 13, Oscar Diaz Gutierrez. Number 18, Robert Benavides. Number 19, Jordan Rooney. Number 27, Blade Caskey. And number 48, Ian Williams.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Dilboy Stadium for the first game, I should say the first home game of the shortened Somerville High School season, of course, due to everything that has been disrupted so greatly by the COVID-19 pandemic. We're just glad that we're out here. It's a nice day. Soccer to be played as that early cross is caught eventually by Caleb Rooney. We missed being here big time, I'll tell you that much. It was a pleasure being here every few days, calling games. And things look a little bit different on the sideline now, of course, for Somerville High School. Oh, hold on. Here's a nice chance here, potentially. Good touch there, and they're in the box here. Great work there on that left wing. That was Ian Williams, I believe. But well defended by Revere. Oh, no, apologies. That's Ian Williams here on the right side. Out on the left side is, it's a little hard to see right now. I'll call it when I get his number. But the Highlanders are fresh off of a 6-0 victory for their first game. And so they're certainly riding on a wave of confidence now. It's always important to start strong. And funny enough, Revere also coming off of a 6-0 win themselves. So both teams here are going to feel pretty good about their chances of coming away with the 3 points. See, this is all new to me. I forgot. Throw-ins are not allowed in this COVID soccer world. So instead, kick-ins are what we're going to see. That's a good first chance, and the first chance of the game, it's a goal to Revere. You have to say it was an excellent finish. He went across the keeper to the far post, and it was expertly dispatched. Somerville High School down in less than 2 minutes. So an early test for the Highlanders here. Certainly not the hope that they were, the start that they were hoping for. But as I was beginning to say, the bench for the Highlanders is looking very different, of course, without the presence of George Scarpelli, longtime coach of Somerville High School. Oh, and the ball's in the box for Somerville. Wow. Almost equalized 1-1 within the opening 3 minutes. Well, this is end-to-end stuff already, folks. We might be in for a high-scoring game here. That ball is kind of a little messy in its clearance, but I like the attempt there in midfield, shooting from distance. You're not going to score if you don't shoot. That is the time-old saying, of course. So Tiago Moreira, longtime assistant coach of Somerville High School, has taken over at the helm for this season, with George Scarpelli wanting to give himself an opportunity to see his son play in his senior year at Medford High School. His son, the goalkeeper of Medford High School, John. And here we have Robert with the kick-in. It's going to take me forever to get used to. I can't lie to you. It's so bizarre to see. And is very strange. And that's number 13 for Revere, kicking it in, Matthew Rivera. Gets a little crowded here, but eventually it's come out to midfield. That's a great step by Cole. The ball from Angel, back to Cole. Cole's got a distant shot on him, that's for sure. He can hit it from just about anywhere. And the Highlanders could certainly use that, as they are, of course, without their leader, Alexis Figueroa, who graduated last year. That's great work by Cole out on this left side, and it's a shot on goal. Cole felt that he had an angle, and again, why not shoot? Once you're in the box, that's got to be the instinct. You like to see that positive play. Revere's number 10, Captain Diego Salcedo, with his captain's armband, almost more like a bracelet right now than anything. I don't know if he's ever going to fix it. It's a big switch there by Christopher. And it's a good touchdown. I believe that's Lucas Carey out on the other side, it looks like. Ball up to Diego again for Revere. And the ball over the top. It's potentially an opportunity. That's good defending, though, by Robert, and Caleb comes out to collect. Good marking there by Robert. Had to be careful, because when those balls come over the top, it's not always going to go to who it's intended for, and you have to anticipate that happening. Those are the unpredictabilities of this sport. And it's cleared out to safety by Revere. Cole applying the pressure. And, of course, his brother chasing the ball, Ian. Oh, no, they're not brothers. I'm tripping. It's Dean was his brother. But I grew up, one of my best friends growing up was neighbors with Cole, so I've been seeing Cole playing soccer his whole life, basically. That's Somerville for you. That's a good ball into the box, but it doesn't quite connect there between Ian and Cole. As the Revere keeper, Johan Martinez, taking his time. That's a strong clearance out to just about the 30-yard line, and football lines, of course, and a strong clearance there by Jordan. Of course, we have the Rooney brothers together here today, with Caleb Rooney in goal and his brother Jordan playing what looks to be sweeper or center back. And a tame cross easily caught by Caleb and distributed immediately out to midfield. That's Oscar out there in midfield with the ball. And a good battle out there on that right side. Or I guess I should say that's that far side. Up, and another chance for Revere. Another shot, and that's gone right across the face of goal. No one there to get a touch in. Looked like it might have crept in again at that far post, but Somerville breathing a sigh of relief as the score remains 1-0. Well, it feels like it's already been 20 minutes, doesn't it? It's only been 7 or so. A lot of action already here. And it has to be said, the majority of it in Somerville's half, and they'll want to see that change. But yeah, incredibly strange times here. We see all of the players here wearing masks, of course, to protect themselves and one another from the pandemic that struck this world a little over a year ago. And that first goal coming, remember, only in the 2nd minute of the game. So a quick start here, in Somerville with a strong response, but of course nothing to show for it yet on the scoreboard. Here's a good chance again. Lucas cutting inside. Lucas, one of Somerville's most dangerous creative players, and that's a poor clearance, and Somerville with a chance again. Lucas does well here to shield it. Can he make anything happen with it? A little trickery, but it goes into the hands of Johan Martinez again. I am honored, folks, to be sharing the booth with none other than Chris Capasso, who has coached the Somerville High School boys hockey team to a GBL title. So big, big props to Coach Capasso and the boys hockey team. You love to see it, especially after what has been such an abnormal year in every possible way. It's great to see Somerville coming away with the title. Back-to-back champs at that, I should say. And that's a foul there by Bruno Silva. Easy one to call there for the referee. And so I apologize. Oh, that's a decent free kick, but no touch on the end of it. Apologize if I'm not fully caught up, but I believe that there are no corner kicks in the... Oh, Lucas here. Good touch, Lucas. The shot. What a goal! Lucas Carey with a beautiful finish, almost identical in a way to that first goal for Revere. He struck that with beautiful technique across the face of goal to that far corner, and the goalie, Johan Martinez, unable to stop it. And like I said, folks, this is a game that was guaranteed to have goals in it. Great response from Somerville here. Lucas Carey, as I was saying moments ago, one of Somerville's most creative players. And a great touch again by Lucas, but that's well covered by Revere's number 4, Milton Guerra Escobar. I missed who got the assist there, unfortunately, but it was a great ball. And Lucas, boy, did he have the instinct there. Man, did I miss celebrating a Somerville High School goal, folks. I don't know if you could tell in my reaction, maybe. And a free kick here for Somerville. It's about 30 yards out. A little bit of confusion here, it seems, between the Highlander players standing over the ball as to who's going to take it. That's Blade. And it's Blade to take it straight. Oh, little bobble, but eventually caught. Another big clearance here, and Jordan's going to have to be careful all game with those clearances, because here's another opportunity nearly, but Caleb bailing his brother out there. It's tricky, though. Can't really blame Jordan with these. First of all, it's an extremely windy day, and those balls over the top, you never know quite how they're going to land. Hard to anticipate there. Another through ball, and the Somerville High School defense, they've got to tighten up a little bit. Revere's getting in behind a little too easily right now. But it has to be said that it's been pretty open both ways. And a foul called, I think? Incredible, folks. I mean, we're talking about an entirely different sport here. No throw-ins, no corner kicks. You can't head the ball. So, no, that's right. I forgot that was a rule. So you basically have to fight these instinctive actions that you've been carrying out since you started playing, whenever long ago that was, or however long ago. And for a lot of these guys, it's 10+ years at this point. And it looks like Lucas is out wide on the left. They don't even see him. He's right there. Good first touch. Another shot for Lucas, but a great save. And the rebound, it goes across the face of goal again, and it's out for a goal kick. Wow, folks. Not short on action here. Not short on action in the slightest. I've said it before, I'll say it again. We are going to see at least 2 or 3 more goals in this game. And that's one just based on what we've seen here, but I also think that after so long without soccer, without these guys being able to play on a, multiple times a week, there's less sense of structure defensively, and there's a lot more excitement offensively. What a volley! And a save by the keeper! Oh, what amazing technique that was! How did he wrap his foot around that? Bruno Silva with a beautiful volley. He didn't even think about it, folks. Well, it's also fascinating the fact that you can kick the ball in now because, you know, typically on a throw-in, you're only going to get the ball something like 10, 15 yards out. But with a kick-in, I don't know if there's a distance rule. There's none that I've heard of. That's a great ball in by Robert. And a foul called against Somerville. But when you have a kick-in now instead of a throw-in, it's basically a free kick wherever you are. So it's a huge advantage for whoever has the kick-in. But I can't confirm whether or not there is a distance limit on the kick-in. Goalkeeper for Revere comes out, collects. I was sitting in my seat, but now every time there's a chance, I jump up. So I think I'm just going to stay standing, folks, so you don't hear my chair banging. And Caleb collecting. There's something reassuring about having two brothers at the spine of the defense here. You'd think that there's some, you know, telepathic communication happening as the sun cuts through into the booth. Even though he's got the sunglasses, Capasso's trying to... okay, never mind. Right. And that's a free kick just inside the Revere half for Somerville. Now is Christopher with that ball. Lucas coming across. It's the first time we've really seen him venture out to this right side. He's, I'll say near side. He's stuck more out on the far side for the opening 15 minutes of this half. Ball over the top. Jordan looks like he's going to choose to play it back to his brother. Caleb with plenty of time. Not a lot of options out there. He's going to have to just kind of get it up there. But he has done really well to find Bruno. What a ball that is by Caleb. And Bruno's kept it in as well. And he's done. What amazing skill, but it didn't quite work out. You can throw that on the highlight reel. Bruno. Absolutely. Sorry, I can't contain myself. You gotta appreciate good football when you see it. Sorry, soccer. I tend to say football. But we are in the United States. And again, it's a really windy day out here. And for anyone who's ever played this sport, or any outdoor sports on a windy day really, it can be much more difficult to breathe when you have wind blowing like this. And yes, especially with a mask on. And if you have asthma, you know, it's double trouble. I had asthma for much of my playing career, and it was not easy by any means. So big props to all of these guys for having the masks on, because I can't even imagine. Quick kick in by Robert to Cole, but it's read quickly and cleared. Well, as is always the case in a soccer game, the momentum has shifted. The opening 10 minutes or so were heavily dominated by Revere, but the Highlanders are now looking more confident as the game goes on. And it looks like there's an issue with the ball that's being used here, perhaps a little bit flat. And it looks like assistant coach Yanni Sagrotis also is not too happy with the state of the balls that are currently available. We might need a new pump or something. Free kick here inside of the Revere penalty box. It has to be said that their keeper does have a strong foot on him. That's great footwork there by Revere's number 8, Eric Alves de Souza. And here they are out in the corner, well defended by Jordan to contain him, as well as Ian. Ian there, heavy touch, and it's intercepted by Revere. A little mix-up there, but no foul. And a deflected shot. Caleb happy to collect. Good organization there, though. Jordan coming across, making sure that that Revere attacker felt the pressure. And Lucas out there on that far side, he hasn't had that much of the ball so far, but the few times he has had it, he has made a lot happen. And he's given Revere a lot to worry about including that beautiful strike to equalize for the Highlanders. For any of you out there who are big fans of the professional level of soccer, football in Europe, you may know about this whole European Super League that just popped off. And it was basically a group of billionaires who own their clubs, cutting out the middleman to make millions more for themselves. It would have been the death of the sport as we know it. And in less than 48 hours, the league has already collapsed. It is not happening. That broke in the last hour. So the biggest sports news in any sport in like the last couple decades died within 2 days. A beautiful ball again there. Bruno has been playing like a beast today. Great touch by Lucas, a great ball across. Can Robert get the touch again? He can, but it's not quite as clean as that volley minutes ago. To be fair, it was a little bit behind him. It's hard to catch yourself and swivel like that. He got a connection on it, so it has to be said, great job in the first place. Heavy touch there by Ian, and it's intercepted again, but Chris happy to take it back, but a trip called by the referee and a foul against Somerville. It's quickly taken here. Great tackle by Ian, but can Robert get there? Quicker to react to that is number 11, Andres Callejas for Revere. Number 3 here, being pressured by Cole and by Bruno. That's great defending by Cole and Bruno. You love to see that group effort. That was number 3, Diego Galvez for Revere. And what a game we've had so far, folks. Has to be said. Substitution made by Revere here. Picked up by Lucas, deep in his own half. That's an incredible ball with his weak foot. Are you kidding me? But the Revere keeper does brilliantly to come out and get that. It has to be said that was a forceful tackle, and Bruno is feeling the effects of it. He'll take his time getting up here. That's a good tackle, but it looks like the referee's coming over to have a word with him. I'm not too sure why. It's not clear based on those hand signals what he was telling the goalkeeper, but it looked to me to be clean. I would assume he might be telling the goalie, be careful when you're going to ground like that, because you are risking the safety of another player. But you never like to see anyone being injured, but especially someone like Bruno, who's been so active in this first half. He's had a couple shots on goal already. He had that one beautiful flick that I kind of lost my mind when I saw. And the crowd giving a round of applause for Bruno, who is slowly walking back to his bench with the assistance of head coach Thiago Moreira. And it looks like a timeout has been called. It's not sure by which team, but we have a timeout. We'll be back momentarily. We are back from that timeout called. And fascinatingly enough, actually, it didn't seem to be the case in the moment, but the referee has called a foul against the Revere goalkeeper for that tackle. And there's a free kick here. Lucas, ball in. That's a great ball. No one's touched it, though, and it's a goal kick. Well, it's just one of those moments where the ball goes through everybody and no one quite get a touch on it. It was a good ball by Lucas. And the ball up, Caleb clears. And that's Marcus here, trying to find Andrew. And that's another foul there, and it looks like the referee's going to have a strong word, and he's pulling out the card. Indeed, folks, it is a yellow card, and in high school rules, you do have to leave the field when that occurs. A really nasty tackle there. But Cole, being the baller he is, he's back on his feet.
What do you do, just come out and you come back in?
Yeah, so it's not quite like hockey where there's a timed penalty for, you know, for a punishment like that. You just come out. It's a formality more than anything. Lucas tried to pull off a cheeky one there. He tried to catch the goalie out at his near post, but he was there to read it the whole time. Big clearance. And that's dealt with by Andrew in the middle here. But Revere again gets a toe in. Jordan, pressure applied here, and Revere could have an attack here, but Cole does so well. Lucas, great hold-up play there by Lucas. Still has the ball. He's tripped up, and the foul is called, and Revere's bench irate at that decision. It's one of those gray areas where some refs would probably call that, some wouldn't. The subjectivity of sports law. A heavy touch by Jordan, and Revere with a chance here. The shot, and it's hit the crossbar, and it has stayed out. And the skies are looking down on Somerville with a nice big smile. That was a good effort there. He didn't have much time, number 11 for Revere. Excuse me, Andres Callejas there. A good effort. Great ball there. But it's cleared out. Well, Jordan will be breathing a bigger sigh of relief than his brother Caleb, who was in goal. Another chance here, though. A good through ball from Revere. Somerville being torn open, and that's a goal for Revere. Well, Somerville really just a lapse of concentration there. They were fortunate for that ball to go off the crossbar, but if you switch off like they have done just now, you will get punished. And Revere, credit to them, you have to be ruthless in taking your chances, and boy did they. It has to be said, in the balance of play, Revere do deserve that goal. But Somerville themselves can very well come back with another. That's a good touch there by Andrew. Great touch. Is there anyone in the box for him? It's a good block there by number 4, Milton. 17. It just says 77. It's weird. Yeah, 17 minutes left in this first half, but it looks like a 77. So it's kind of confusing. I guarantee none of these guys would be running for another 77. That's all I know. I wouldn't. Good touch there. That's a good midfield battle. That looked like a push to me. And Chris letting his voice be heard. Rightfully so. Nothing wrong with a little bit of reassurance. Oh, I guess I was wrong. The referee with a very soft yellow card decision there. You hate to see it. You got to let the boys play, sir. Nothing wrong with a little talking there. If you missed it, Chris was pushed to the floor by the Revere player. And he let himself be heard, but the referee not having it. And Chris very frustrated with that decision. But that's what you want to see from your players. I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but you need to see some passion. You need to see some passion, or else you don't have a chance. Big clearance here by Caleb. Marcus didn't know too much about it. It was the wind is crazy, as I've already mentioned. But Marcus, a freshman, it's great to see the youngest generation of Highlanders here being given an opportunity. Robert here with the kickin'. I will never get used to saying kickin'. Ian looking for Marcus, but it doesn't quite connect. Brilliant flick there by Diego. Wow. Diego's been a problem for the Highlanders this whole game. Caleb comes out. Great tackle by Caleb. Well, he had to make the decision, and he had to make it fast, because one touch around him, that could have been a red card and a penalty. At least one of the two. And the Highlanders really in need of some defensive structure here. Revere finding space left, right, and center at the moment as we approach 15 minutes left in this first half. Marcus getting marked by two different players deep within Somerville's own half. Jordan cleared off Revere, but it's kept in play, and Ian plays it upfield. It's still in. Cole, good first touch. Great skill there by Cole, and he comes away with it too. Great play by Cole. Brilliant play by Cole. He gets tripped up there. Certainly, wow, okay, I thought that was a foul, but I guess not. Inconsistency is something you don't like to see. Cole to Lucas. Lucas, he can take it on himself, and he tries, but good marking there by number 4, Milton, for Revere. And the Highlanders looking to create some opportunities of their own here. It's cleared out, but again, Andrew here. Andrew DaCosta, a junior for the Highlanders. He's been very energetic since coming on. Refreshing to see. And it has to be said, there's a good crowd here. You know, everyone's wearing a mask, but numbers-wise, you wouldn't think otherwise that there's a pandemic. It's great to see. You know, people are generally distanced. There's plenty of space on these bleachers, as we know. So we can have fans here while respecting the social distancing rules of the pandemic. What a year it's been, folks. What a year. What a long, strange trip it's been, to say the least. And another chance here. And Somerville, it has to be said, they should be happy it's still 2-1. And I believe I see a little, yeah, there's a little bit of rain coming down now. This day has given us everything. Welcome to your typical New England day. We've got the sun, the wind, the rain. A great through ball again. Oh my goodness. Somerville really having a difficult time right now to protect their goal. I can't say protect the lead, of course, but protect their chance of getting back into this game. Ian with a heavy touch, and it's out of play. Revere ball. Another shot, Caleb with a good save, but the rebound here, and it's over the bar. Somerville breathing another sigh of relief as Revere is piling on the pressure here with the rain coming down a little more steadily. It's still a drizzle. Revere looking to rotate the ball here. Their goalkeeper calm under pressure. Midfield battle won by Revere. That's a good interception by Jordan. Can Robert keep it in? He can, just barely. Lucas with a heavy touch though, and a great recovery there by Chris. He has to be careful because he's on a yellow. But I love the energy I'm seeing here. That's a good tackle by Revere. It's a little bit chippy out here, and just to remind you, because I realize that might be a bit more of an English term, chippy is tense. You know, there's tackles coming in. It's getting a little heated. That's what chippy is. Great ball there. Cole, oh, a nice little hezzy. He's brought it down to the goal line. Good ball into the box, but it's intercepted by Revere and dealt with convincingly. Jordan to Robert. Chris, it rolls past him, but Jordan able to intercept again. Chris, it's an awkward one there. And Revere come away with it again, but it's dealt with. My guy Sartek in the building here. Former teammate for the Somerville Highlanders. Current teammate as well, actually, as we have a Revere player here down injured. I'm actually playing currently in a Sunday league with the majority of the Somerville High School soccer team from when I was in high school. Though pretty much the whole gang. This is like 2012, 2013, so it's been a trip, you know, being back with these guys again, and it's been really fun though too, to share the field again with a great group of guys. Tied 1-1 on Sunday though. Not great. And the Revere player, that's number 8 for Revere, Eric, who's been active this first half. It looks like Lucas Carey has switched out to this right-hand side, and if that was a decision by the coaches, I love it because the ball has been much more heavily moving on this right side, and Lucas's influence is very much needed right now. Ball out of play. And another kick in. I'll never get used to this. Immediately cleared out of bounds by Revere. And another Revere player down here. That's Matthew Rivera. Lucas choosing not to put it out for a corner, but it ends up a throw-in. Good good footwork there, excuse me, by Lucas, but ultimately dealt with by Revere, and a corner now to the Highlanders. The short corner routine is blocked on its way in. And well dealt with there by Selvin, excuse me. And it's out of play now. That'll do the trick. Kick in for Revere as we have entered the final 8 minutes of this first half. The ball in. Comfortably caught by Caleb. Good touch there by Ian. Can he settle? Not quite, and that's a foul by Cole. That was not called by the referees. Okay. And it's a good ball in. Can we score off the chance? Is it going to bounce off of him and in? No, it's not. So cleared just before it could go in. Well, I have to say the Highlanders would have been a little bit fortunate if that goal stood, because it was indeed a clear foul by Cole. But hey, count your blessings, everybody. Count those blessings. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing all right, whether you've had to work in person or if you're working remotely. I know it's been extremely stressful year as that corner kick almost connected with by Andrew. As some of you may know, I'm a teacher at Somerville High School, and the remote learning life has been extremely difficult for teachers and students alike. Obviously, more so for students. Big props to them for dealing with this insanity of a year. Good pressure there by Lucas as he wins the ball back. The ball just kind of gravitates towards him. What a ball that is. What a pass by Lucas. And it's kept in as well. Can the Highlanders get more numbers in the box? They only have one person in the box right now. It has to be said, there needs to be more of a presence if they're going to want to equalize. Not enough pressure being applied right now. 6 minutes remaining. All cleared up. Good touch by Cole. The ball's a little bit wayward. That looked like a handball to me. I'm not the referee, though. I should stop calling the fouls. That's a strong touch there, but a little too heavy now, and Jordan does well to come across. And it looks like he's going to shield it out for a goal kick, and he does so successfully. Well done there by Jordan. Well, we can't say that this game has been without its excitement, that's for certain. 2 goals for Revere and 1 goal for the Highlanders so far. There have been a number of chances for both teams. Revere, at the end of the day, just being more clinical as Andrew throws a Revere player down to the ground. Frustration starting to simmer here. The referee recognizing there's been a lot of chirping happening between Robert and number 17, David Marquez, excuse me, and the through ball here, much too heavy, and that's a goal kick for the Highlanders. 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Can the Highlanders string together a couple more opportunities? We would certainly hope so. That's a good ball out wide. Lucas, oh my goodness. He almost made that work. I'm telling you, this kid's got some next level skills on him. Man, I missed being here. Jordan. The free kick. What a touch by Andrew. But it's not able to lead to anything yet. And Revere gives possession away very cheaply. That back pass, a little pressure there on Caleb, and he gives it straight to Revere, but heavy couple of touches. And the ball is back with Somerville. Ian Williams here. Ian does well there to switch it. Jordan, there's a little pressure on him. His teammates letting him know. Robert now. He's got Lucas out wide, but it's intercepted immediately there. And an opportunity here to break for Revere, but Jordan with a strong step and clearance, and that ball's out of play. Well, it hasn't been easy, but it has to be said that ever since... Oh, I guess that's off Revere. But ever since Lucas has switched to this right side, it's no mystery that a lot more has been happening for the Highlanders. And speaking of the devil, he does well to turn inside here. He's just one of those players that gets it. He's got these natural body feints that you can't really teach. And he's just, you know, he feels the space out instinctively. That's a good touch with the back there, but it's called offsides. As we approach the 2-minute mark here. That's a great ball over the top. And Revere just missed. Oh my goodness. Well, that would have changed the complexion of the second half dramatically there had that gone in. And it looks like Caleb got a touch on that. So great save by Caleb Rooney. It's hard to see those tiniest of touches from here. And the corner routine, not sure what they were trying to achieve there, but it did not work out. And the Highlanders, great pressure there by Angel. Great pressure. And the Highlanders could make something of these last 2 minutes. They have a chance here. And it's a ball played over the top. Jordan cleared out of play eventually. Lucas pounces on that heavy touch. Can he find the pass? He's got options. Look at those feet. He's through 2. He's through 3. Great through ball to Ian. Back to the middle, but it's not enough. They couldn't really settle it on the ground. Lucas knows how to get through those grapevines there. Twisting, turning, ballerina balance. And it's just a matter of seconds now until this first half comes to a close. Jordan Rooney there under pressure from 2 Revere players. Clears it out of play. Kick in. That's a good touch, and the referee decides not. It looks like he did not call a foul. It's not clear, but it's just a matter of seconds now. The referee's looking at each other, saying that they're about to blow for halftime. We'll see whether they let this this kick in. Oh, it is a free kick, so it looks as though this free kick will be the last play of the first half, folks. Can the Highlanders defend it? Goes all the way through to Caleb. He collects. And that's halftime, folks. 2-1 Revere as it stands. We'll be back shortly with the second half. Between Somerville High School and Revere High School. And a stern halftime talk from Coach Tiago. Obviously not going to go into detail, but certainly wants us to wake up. That's a great ball, and Ian, he had the right idea. It was a good run, but not quite able to get on the end of that. Well, that's a good early sign there for the Highlanders. And the rain has stopped again, so pretty confusing weather as per usual in these parts. Well controlled there by Selvin, but it's out for a Revere kick-in. It was an eventful first half, to say the least. We had a couple yellow cards. We had 3 goals. We had a few near goals as well, including 1 shot off the crossbar. And that's an early chance for Revere, but Caleb, really quick off his line, does well there to step in. And it is funny because just riffing off a question I was just asked, there is technically a law as to how long a goalkeeper can hold the ball before they punt it, but I've never really met a referee in my life that actually actively counts the amount of time it takes you to kick it. It's more one of those unwritten things like don't take forever. You know, good step there by the Highlanders, and a big ball upfield by Selvin there. Selvin, a junior for Somerville High School. And the Highlanders really looking to respond. What a ball there. Lucas just a little late, and it's... Oh, he does so well to get a touch on it, and it's a throw-in. That's the kind of hustle you love to see from your players, especially when you're talking about one of your seniors. You have to lead by example, especially at the high school level. You need to see that effort. It pushes the other players on to go harder as well. Goal kick upfield. There's a tussle up there, and it's dealt with a little awkwardly, but it works out in the end. Great touch there by Andrew. Andrew's had a couple really good touches, first touches in this game so far. That's a strange ball played out wide. Not sure what the technique was here. And I'm here with Bill Trudell. Bill Trudell? Yes, Bill Trudell and Joe Constantine, the folks from the city of Somerville who make this happen in the first place. It had been an extremely long time since I had seen either of them. We had a good little team going. This is 2019. That's so crazy to think. It's just the last year didn't exist almost. Not to discount all the horrible things that happened, obviously, but just kind of disappeared. So here we are in 2020 part 2, it feels. But thankfully the vaccine is becoming more and more readily available. About time, huh? Lucas, that corner is quickly dealt with, and it's out for a throw-in now. Oh, sorry, kick-in. It's going to take me games to get used to this. Good feet by Lucas, but too much here. And Somerville have numbers back, so Revere will have to be a little bit patient in their build-up. Ball down the line goes out of play. Misplaced pass there. Pressure put on the center backs here, and they deal with it well, Somerville. You're seeing a little bit more composure that we didn't quite see as much of in the first half in these opening minutes. It's good to see them stringing some passes together. Ian had a little more time than he thought there. But you like to see Somerville playing out of the back, staying composed, finding the pass, and making it happen. That is a very high ball. Again, I forgot that you can't head it. And it's funny because even before COVID was a thing, there were talks of banning heading in soccer because of how much potential there is for concussions and brain damage in that sense. Whoa. Ball comfortably here. Through ball here from Revere, and that's offsides. Called immediately. We're good? Yeah, we're good, we're good. Oh, and Capasso called it. It looks like the Revere goalie has been carrying a knock for the entirety of the second half, and he'll need some attention. It's not quite clear what's happening. All right. Sorry, a little bit of a...
No, you're not talking right now. I can mute you here. He gets the... I'll cut this out.
Okay, cool. My bad. Are we on there yet?
Yeah.
Sorry about that slight technical difficulty, folks. We never left. And the clock has been stopped for an injury to the Revere goalie. It doesn't appear to have been a contact injury, so it could be something muscular. It could be something that happened in the first half that he's still dealing with. Who knows? It could even be for that slide tackle he made outside of the box that was called a foul. Okay, so my intel from Coach Capasso is he may have hurt his ankle or rolled it awkwardly while collecting a ball. But either way, Michelle Kelly, the iconic Somerville High School athletic trainer, is walking back towards the Revere bench with head coach Dr. Manuel Lopez. And Jordan with a... Oh, okay, I thought they were giving it back to Revere. No. Ball to Ian, but it's intercepted and well dealt with there. And it's being knocked around a bit here in the midfield. It looks like no one quite wants it. But Revere's new goalkeeper in the game taking his time to pick it up. And that is Andrew, the furthest up the pitch. And just to remind folks at home, the pitch is the field. It's the most common term, or the European term for a field. Well, European is, I should say, English, yeah. The pitch. And it's out for a goal kick. Well, these opening 10 minutes have certainly been less cagey than the opening 10 minutes of the first half. Cole and Lucas going for the same ball there, and Revere recovering possession, stringing together some beautiful passes there, Revere, but Blade does really well to block it, and a nice little dummy there, allowing Caleb to collect. Andrew, oh, ball to the face, but Andrew still with it to Cole. Cole back to Blade. Up to Andrew. Somerville stringing some passes together here. The through ball, though, wasn't on, as Ian had already checked too far inside to connect there. The kick in here. There's a scramble, but a strong tackle there by Revere. And a mistake by Jordan Rooney. Revere with a breakaway here. Caleb with a big save. Big save, bailing his brother out. Caleb Rooney coming in the clutch when you need him most. And that's a few times now in this game that Caleb has kept the Highlanders in it. Now Lucas, the most creative player for the Highlanders. Nice little step over, but gets a little bit too far ahead of him, and Revere takes it away. A poor clearance off the back of a Revere player, and it's a throw-in right near the corner flag for the Highlanders. And a substitution that looks like Angel coming in and Cole taking a break. A great ball in, and it's Marcus who got a touch on it, not quite enough. Andrew now over to Angel. Angel's shot, and it's saved. It's out for a corner kick. All right, folks. 10 minutes gone here in the second half, and the Highlanders are starting to get the gears turning. Great corner by Lucas, and Not the most convincing clearance by the Revere goalkeeper, but it worked. And Revere with a chance for a counter. The overlap is perfect. It's a great through ball. But Blade here to get there, and he's done well to cut off the angle. Great skill, but it's still a tight angle, and it's not enough. No one really in support. He gets past Blade, though. That looked like it might have gone out, but Caleb, another big save. Revere on the edge of the box here. They're in now, and the shot, it's nowhere near the frame. And Somerville can breathe again, but man, that was some counterattack by Revere. In a matter of seconds, they were in the Somerville box. Somerville really will need to be mindful. The ball here with Lucas. He's always trying to get past his opponent, and it just works sometimes, like it did just there, but Angel unable to collect it. But sometimes you need that. You need to just go for it, risk it. And wayward pass gone out of play there. Ball here with the Revere goalkeeper. Marcus doing well there to close down and force Revere into a clearance. Big step there by Jordan, and he's caught out. And Diego for Revere does well to stay on side. The through ball read by Jordan, cleared away. And Marcus now with the ball, looking for a teammate. He doesn't have a lot of options, it has to be said, and he gives the ball away. His teammate's not giving him the most help there. And Caleb collects. Well, the Highlanders will certainly be thankful that they're still in this game. Again, if Revere had taken their opportunities, this scoreline could look very different. But that's all that matters at the end of the day, what's on the scoreboard, and one goal from the Highlanders could completely change the complexion here. Kick in for the Highlanders. Good first touch by Cole. He's just unable to keep it in play. It looked like he was gonna, though. Cole's actually my student right now, so it's pretty funny announcing on his game. Goes straight to Lucas, and Lucas, he's let it rip from 35, 40 yards out. Well, the goalkeeper gave it straight to him. It was almost like he was saying, go ahead, take your chance. Goal kick here for Revere. Marcus has switched to this left side. He's done well to keep the ball. They're not going to call a high foot there, surely. Okay. Revere players asked for it. Cole, really good job there shielding the ball and keeping it with him. You can see the sun breaking through the clouds. It looks pretty nice right now. Definitely looks nicer without the rain. And Ian, good ball into the box there. It's a chance for Marcus, and he's just missed it. Oh, he's just missed it. And that was a brilliant chance. And Marcus will be very upset that he's missed it, but you also have to give him props for being there. He's a 9th grader, and that's a great sign when you have that instinct at that age. Marcus is going to become a Great player for the Highlanders in his career here. And the Revere player just going straight through the midfield. No one contesting him. And Jordan unable to bring him down. Diego bringing it all the way around, looking for a teammate. Blade does well to block it. Well, again, we're seeing an open game just like we saw in that first half now. It looks like chances might be coming left, right, and center here. And again, great tackle by Jordan, but another corner kick for Revere. As we approach the closing 20 minutes, well, it really feels like this second half has gone by much faster than the first half did. The ball in. It's not cleared, but it's touched by Jordan. And it's still bouncing around there. Not out yet. Finally cleared out. Andrew unable to get a touch back with Revere. The ball just can't really be settled by either team right now. Shielded well by Revere. But taken back by the Highlanders. Andrew tripped there clearly, surely, yes. Foul there to the Highlanders. And the referee again, really unhappy with what he's seeing, and a yellow card. I don't think I've seen this many yellow cards in a standard, normal high school game ever. I think this referee is a little uptight about whatever's happening.
That's a new one. That's the first one he gave.
You know, usually you'd see that number of cards for a state tournament game or a rivalry like Medford-Somerville, but I guess the referee's just not having it. He doesn't want to see anything too over the top. This ball in over the top. It's a good one, but pretty comfortable for the Revere goalkeeper in the end, and that is Jose Vejar. Oh my gosh, and it's a goal! And the mistake off of the, a mistake from Jose Vejar has gone straight to Somerville, and it's a goal to Somerville. I looked down for a half a second and I missed the shot. I think that was Andrew? Well, that's the sport. That's the nature of the sport for you. You take your eye off the play for one moment, check the roster, and boom, we're level. Well, Somerville really gifted here, and it seems as though the goalkeeper's reaction to his own mistake was inflamed to the point the referee was saying, hey, watch your mouth. That's what I think just happened. Wow. And you can see the skip in the step of the Highlanders now. Marcus really applying the pressure. So is Andrew. Here's a chance. They're already back in the box. Can they get a shot on target? The ball across. Goal! Yes! And in a matter of a minute, the game has flipped on its head. Highlanders ahead 3-2. Apologies to everyone next to me because I'm yelling. No apologies. I don't take it. I don't regret it. Well, look at that. That is beautiful. This game is that's why we love this game, folks. The Highlanders were getting outplayed the entire half, and in a matter of 1 minute, it's 3-2. But let's not speak too soon because the ball over the top, it's gone straight to the corner. Revere in possession. Somerville has numbers in the box, but Revere has a couple players there. That's a good tackle. Well, what a response by the Highlanders, and Andrew, who's been active all game, it has to be said, he's done brilliantly to put the pressure on and get that ball into the box with his weak foot, and all you need to do is get the ball in the box and something can happen. Andrew, great hustle there. Another ball over the top, and Andrew making things really difficult now for Revere. My goodness, this is like another game. You know what they say, folks, a game of two halves, and this is indeed that. Unbelievable stuff here. Ball here just inside the Somerville half. That's great skill, but alas, not enough. Ball played out wide, and Robert clears it upfield. Cole, great control with the chest out to Lucas. Lucas, who got the goal, by the way, to give the Highlanders the lead. Apologies, I was so caught up in the hype, didn't even recognize. The ball played in. Heavy touch, though, and Caleb will collect. Well, this is a beautiful response, it has to be said, and especially in the context of the new leadership that the Highlanders are functioning under. Of course, Coach Thiago Moreira taking over as head coach in the absence of George Scarpelli. They've been a duo for over a decade now, but this is the first time that Coach Thiago has led the team. And a timeout called. We'll be back shortly. 3-2 Highlanders. Well, we're back after what was a chaotic 5 minutes. And again, oh, Lucas here on the right side. Can he get that ball in? He can. Andrew with the touch, and it's not enough. It was a little bit behind him. It was awkward, but he did well to get a touch in the first place. Jordan with a big step, and it's back out here with, that looks like, yes, Blade. My goodness gracious, folks. We are in for an exciting closing 20 minutes here. Blade to Ian. Bringing it upfield, out for another kick into the Highlanders. It has to be said, Revere has outplayed the Highlanders for the majority of this game, but that does not matter one little bit as long as the scoreboard says we're winning. And again, I wanted to apologize to our goal scorers in this second half. Hold on here. Great ball by Cole. Was that a handball? I guess not. But I got caught up in the excitement. The second goal for the Highlanders, the equalizer, was scored by Cole Baldwin off of a goalkeeper mistake. And as we said earlier, the goal scored by the Highlanders to take the lead was put in by Lucas Carey, assisted by Andrew, who has had an amazing second half, putting all kinds of pressure on Revere. And, you know, that's the mantra. Hustle. It's all about hustle. Because if Andrew had not chased down that defender for the third goal, he would not have won it back and been able to put that cross in. Great turn there by Ian. Lucas looking for Marcus, I think. Oh, Lucas, what a great player. But it's given away by Blade. And you see Lucas, number 10, playing how a lot of number 10s typically would. He kind of has he has free reign over the whole field, so he's not stuck to one position, one side. You'll see him drifting from the far side to the middle, to the outside, or the near side. Basically, wherever the ball is, you'll find him. And those are the kind of players that can change a game for you. Ball out off Revere. Marcus leaves it for Blade. Blade sees an opportunity. Cole, awkward first touch, but he does brilliantly with it. And a great ball, too, but not quite enough verve on it. Not enough spin on that. And the Revere goalkeeper collects, but strong step there by Robert, and a nice flick there by the Revere player. But Robert, again, getting back, but they still can't keep the ball. And Revere with a chance here. Through ball, though. No angle on it, and Caleb is in no rush to pick it up. In fact, he'll wait for a Revere player to apply that pressure, excuse me. It's a classic technique for time wasting. You know, I'm a diehard fan, but it is a little bit silly, the whole thing, because it's like 2-3 seconds max. But it's more a mental thing a lot of the time than anything. A very strange clearance, and if he gets ahead on this, it's a goal. But alas, it looks like it's a corner kick. Right, and see, again, caught up in the moment, completely forgot, you can't head the ball, or else it would have been a foul. Look, I'm not bashing anyone, but if you got a bunch of guys sweating on each other and kicking the ball and doing all this stuff, heading the ball is not going to do much different. But I get it. Every little thing that you can do to prevent the spread of the virus, you got to do it. The corner kick here, taken short, crossed in, goes past everyone. Great shot there. Great technique. And the goalkeeper forced into a save there. And that was... I'm sorry, my vision's not the greatest. I think that was Selvin. Yes, that was Selvin. One of the two defenders. Oh, number 13. That was Oscar with the shot. And the referee making sure that Lucas is given his 10 yards. Yep, and then both Revere players cancel that plan. Lucas, who has a great corner kick on him. It's fallen to Marcus. Cole recovers. Cole, still Cole. That's a foul. Absolutely a foul. And the Revere crowd goes crazy in strong disagreement with that decision. I don't know what game they're watching because it was right in front of their faces. It's about as much a foul as you'll see. And a good chance here for the Highlanders just outside. Well, the lines are deceiving here. It's about 30 yards out. A little too far for a strike, perhaps, but you never know. And the classic Highlanders routine. Lucas over it. Cole, overlap to Lucas. Not enough on that ball, though. And that free kick routine falls on its face. They'll have to be careful here with the counterattack. Jordan, great marking there. He had to be quick on the cover. And yet again, a Revere player's on the floor. It's been a little bit much of a repeating pattern here. Players getting on the floor. I don't know why he needed to get down. I think it was a cramp. I apologize. I don't mean to be rude. I understand, you got to understand that these players are still getting back to match fitness. Cramping is probably a pretty frequent issue. Also, if you know your typical high schooler, none of them are as hydrated as they should be. And that's a huge factor, especially in a sport like this where you're just running constantly. Free kick routine doesn't really offer anything. And the Highlanders, 14 minutes away from a comeback victory, one that you have to say was gifted to them, but that's a gift that they will gladly receive and unwrap. A true test of Thiago Moreira's men, though, whether or not they can see this game out. And I mentioned one of them already, but assisting coach Thiago Moreira on the sideline are Yanni Segrotis, Somerville High School alumni and former Highlander. He was a goalkeeper for the Highlanders. Oh, good turn here by Diego, but great block by Jordan. And Marcus doing his dirty work as well. And still Marcus, great pressing here by the freshman. And he's going to clear that out, but it's straight to a Revere player. And a commanding clearance there. And a little... he left a little extra in that for him to feel that tackle. But the referee can't really call a foul there. And Marcus plays it out to Blade. Blade up line. It's intercepted. The Highlanders have to get it out of this pressure here. Ian pushed off the ball. And the ball back with Revere. You're asking for trouble when you keep giving the ball away in your own half like this. They will pay for this if they don't clear it out. The shot, easy catch for Caleb. And the Highlanders can finally ease that pressure that they've been putting up with for some time. Oh, but the ball played out to Robert. Robert closed down, and it's nice chest, but it's out of play. Well, it has not been easy. But we are now, oh, nope, still a little over 10 minutes left in this second half. But as I was saying, Coach Thiago Moreira, assisted by Yanni Segrotis, Somerville High alum and Highlander, Jamie Keegan, fellow Somerville High alum and Highlander, and Coach Santos, Tiago's father, who was also an assistant coach when I was on the Highlanders. Great guy, very wise man. He speaks, you listen. Obviously, it goes for all the coaches, but Santos has got a few years on all of those others. And a late foul there. He left a foot out, and Cole went down. It was clearly a foul, and the Highlanders will love that because not only is it a free kick, but it's a chance for them to breathe and relieve some of this pressure because they have not had much rest since they scored that go-ahead goal. Ball in. That's a good ball. Oh, it's off the post, and it's in! The rebound! 4-2 Highlanders! And that's Ian Williams with the finish in the box. It looked like that initial shot from Andrew. It was a little awkward for him, but he got connection on it. It went off the crossbar, came right back to Ian, and Ian, he had to keep his composure, and he's put it in. And just like that, folks, the Highlanders are in the driving seat. These closing 10 or so minutes are looking much more manageable, much more comfortable than they would have a minute ago. Boy, oh boy, this sport will throw a bunch of wrenches in the wheels. You never know what's going to happen. Cole. Oh, look at him hustling there. I love to see it. Running, running, running. It's out of play off him, but never gave up on the play. And this is a statement by the Highlanders. Another Somerville High School alum, Felix DeBona, entering the building with Tiago's son, who will probably be a really good player in the future. I'm sure he's training him early. I've actually seen him training him early, so we can confirm that. Class of 20, I don't know, 30-something. Probably even later. No, yeah, sounds about right. Marcus, not the place to dribble out, and it's off of the Highlanders. But again, with that insurance goal, the Highlanders can breathe again. And you also love to see that the halftime talk by Coach Tiago has paid off. A foul called there. I don't know. It looked a little bit soft to me, but hey, who am I, huh? Well, that's the thing. As you witnessed yourselves earlier on in this half, one goal changes everything. So you might think a 2-goal lead is comfortable, as I've been saying, but as soon as one of these goes in, what a shot that was. And Caleb, he did well to get a hand on it. It would have been hard to hold on to it, but oh, so there have been corners. Yeah, of course, there have been corners this whole game. In some states, there are no corner kicks allowed. And, ooh, I was nervous about a penalty there for a second, but nothing called, nothing called. Good job there by the Highlanders to keep the threat out. Marcus does well to cut off the angle, not letting that cross come in. Marcus, got to watch that line again. Yes, great work there by Marcus. Again, that's a foul, folks. And that is beautiful work by the freshman. That's the kind of stuff that wins you games. Gives me goosebumps that, see, those are the little things that you just understand if you've played the game or if you've been watching it for a long time. Those are the intangibles. That's one of those key words that you've probably heard from any coach you've ever played for, the intangibles. Marcus. He didn't know much about that, but it worked. And a foul call. Oh, yep, it hit his head. Oh, man, what a world we live in. Oh, they reminded him. They were like, hey, that hit his head, ref. You got to stop the play. Yeah, see, the referees instinctively as well. They don't know what they don't know. It's strange. Great pressure here by Andrew. And he's forced that out of play. Again, those are the moments that can define games, whether or not you let them retain possession or not. Marcus. Blade, back to Blade again. Pressed out of play by Revere, but Somerville ball. They won't be in any rush here. Cole. Tried a little daft touch, but didn't quite work out for him. Blade. Cole again. It's taken off of him. Ian with a commanding tackle. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Are you kidding me? Oh, man, that was not a foul, ref. This is wild. Nope, no handball there that Diego wanted. I don't know why he's been playing with his captain's armband in his hand the whole game. Cleared out of play there, though. Throw in, kick in to the Highlanders. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster of a ride. The corner, Marcus again almost gets on the end of it. Great control. Oh, that's well shielded there. Good work by Oscar. Marcus does well to shield it. That's a handball. Well, either way, it's a kick in. Blade taking his time, as he should. Run that clock down. Ian. Looking for that through ball. Good idea. Lucas with a nice inside run there. Trying to penetrate that defense. A little too much on it, though. Good idea there. Blade with a scorpion kick clearance. Almost got a cleat to his own fellow defender's head there. And we are now officially inside the closing 5 minutes of this game, folks. Somerville leading 4-2. Not a scoreline that anyone could have predicted. That's a great flick. Great work still by Revere there, but it's cleared out. Great first touch by Andrew. His first touch today has been amazing. Lucas, he was ready to switch that to Marcus, but good defending there. Marcus would have had a chance to get in behind. It's always a good day when Somerville wins, folks. You're right. Thank you, Capasso. It is a little early. Oh, man. I got to bite my tongue, but that's a foul called against Somerville in a very dangerous position. It's a little far out, but it's close enough that you could get a shot on target, and Caleb knows that all too well as he sets up his wall. He's now satisfied. The shot, nope, nothing. Comfortable for Caleb as he watches it sail over the crossbar. And the Highlanders now know that it's just a matter of 3 minutes until they clinch their second consecutive victory of the season. They'll be 2 for 2. That's 100. And they'll want to keep it 100, both on and off the pitch. Intercepted there. That's great pressure by Andrew, the unsung hero of the second half. He almost gets around the goalkeeper there as well. The goalkeeper, not sure what he's doing. Oof. That could have been 2 mistakes leading to goals. Good tackle there by Revere. Well, the Revere goalie will be as happy as anyone that that went out of play, because he was a little lost on that. Kick in here for Michael Maldonado. Good touch there by Diego, but he did not have the wind, the composure to wrap his foot around that. Caleb did well to close down the space as well, has to be said. And we are now in the closing 2 minutes, the infamous mystery of the high school scoreboard, where we actually can't see the last 2 minutes because it's down to the jurisdiction of the referees to decide when we actually end the game. But a statement game, certainly, by the Highlanders. Not a performance that they'll be thrilled about in terms of how they played throughout the full 80 minutes. But at the end of the day, it's a comeback victory for the Highlanders. And that says a lot about your team mentally more than anything. And Coach Thiago Moreira will be thrilled with that. Hold on, though. Caleb, great save. The rebound. Poor connection. And he has fluffed his lines. Foul on the Highlanders. Revere with the quick free kick. I'm surprised they didn't just bomb it upfield. They've given it straight to the Highlanders. And another chance here. Can they get one more to make it a pretty scoreline? Lucas with the shot into the hands of the Revere goalie. Played out wide here. Again, we only have a few seconds left in this game. And the ball through Marcus. You can tell that he's been running his butt off all game because his legs are shot. And it's out of play now. Not sure what the referees are waiting for at this point. Revere kick in. That's it, folks. Finals. Nope. I spoke too soon. This referee is enjoying his time out there. Cole. Okay, there we go. I jumped the gun. The Highlanders win this game 4-2. It was a topsy-turvy game, but a statement match from the Highlanders, certainly. And we'll see you here soon again, folks. My name's Marcelo Brociner. It's been a pleasure. Goodbye.